Hi everyone, welcome to SriSai online training. So today in this session of core Python programming, we are going to discuss these topics: features of Python programming and different ways of Python programming in Windows operating system. Right. But before starting this session, we'll have a small revision of the previous session. So in the previous session, we have seen how to work with Python programs in PyCharm-IDE. So IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. Integrated Development Environment. So what is this Integrated Development Environment? It is a piece of software where we can write the programs, compile the programs, run the programs, check the output of the programs. We can debug the program, remove the errors from the program, and then we can also do testing of our code in a program. So all things in one software. So that is what is IDE. So the best suitable IDE for Windows operating system is PyCharm. Okay, so we have to download this PyCharm Community Edition from www.jetbrains.com under that PyCharm. So from here we have to download the Python Community Edition. So yeah, PyCharm Community Edition. So PyCharm Community Edition is best suitable for education and training, and it is very lightweight when compared to the professional edition. Right. So after downloading, we have to install this in our system and we have to reboot the system. So after that, we have to open the PyCharm, click on the start button and type PyCharm. So PyCharm Community Edition, click on open. Right. So it will take some time for opening depending upon the speed of our computer. So let us wait for it to get opened. So PyCharm IDE will be opened in our system, and under that we have to create any sample project. So give any sample project. So the project name what I have given is My Python Apps. So it is loading the My Python Apps projects. So we can see the project folder or working directory structure on the left side. So Python Apps, under that we have main.py, which is the first file of your project. So under that we have created welcome.py. Right. So how to create our own file? It's very simple. Right click on the project folder and simply say new. Right. So if you see here, Python PyCharm IDE is open for us. On the left side we have project folder My Python Apps. So if you want to create a new file, new Python file, right click on the project folder, click on new, and then take a Python file. So here we'll create a Python file, something like sample.py. So we'll get an empty Python file here. So write your comments at the beginning of the program. So program to display welcome message on console. Console means your output screen. And we are going to use print function to print data or message on the output screen. So print function followed by hello students in double quotes. Right. So save this program. Simply right click on the workspace and say run sample.py. Automatically you will get a output tab at the bottom of the screen and hello students will be displayed. That's it. So I want to print one more message here. Print. We can use single quotes for message also or string also. Welcome to Python session. Right. So save the program, right click on the workspace and simply say run. So hello students, welcome to Python session. But if you want to print one more message, so take it like this, print. Now I am using double quotes, all the best. So semicolon is not compulsory if you are writing a single statement in a single line. So save the program. Now we can also right click on the file which is available under project folder structure. So right click on the file and you can say run sample. So hello students, welcome to Python session, all the best. Right, so let me write one more message here. Print hi in double quotes and then semicolon, and after that print hello in single quotes, semicolon, and then print double quotes welcome, semicolon at the last. So here I'm writing 3 print statements in a single line. So since we are writing 3 print statements in a single line, it is compulsory that we have to use the semicolon. Right, so save this program, right click on the file name in project directory structure and then run sample.py. So hello students, welcome to Python session, all the best, hi, hello, welcome. Okay, so every print statement prints text or data or message in a new line. So that is what is the speciality of the print function in Python. Right, now let us say that if you want to open your own file which is already saved in the system, and how to run it. It's very simple here. Click on the file, go to open. Right, now go to G colon. So under G colon go to SSOT, under that Python, under that core Python, under that programs. So under that sample1.py. Right, so this is our sample1.py where we are performing arithmetic operations of 2 numbers. So here we have taken a 5, b 3, and then we are printing a plus b, a minus b, a into b, a by b, and then a modulo b. Right, and we are also printing the data with message. Add a plus b, sum comma a minus b, product comma a into b, division comma a by b, mod comma a modulo b. And then finally we are also printing a plus b comma is sum of 2 numbers comma a comma b. Now how to run this? Simply right click over here and say run sample1. So we'll get the output here. 8, 2, 15, 1.662, and then with messages. Add 8, subtraction 2, product 15, division 1.66, modulo 2, and message with text and content. 8 is sum of 2 numbers 5 comma 3. So whenever we are using comma operator, spacing is automatically given in print function. So this is how we are supposed to work with PyCharm and Python script files or Python.py files. Right. So in the last session, we had a revision of this PyCharm-IDE. So coming to the features of Python. So till now, we understood how to work with some basic programming in Python. So Python is a computer programming language. Using Python, we can develop computer applications. But why Python? In market, we have C language, we have C++, we have Java, we have .NET, we have PHP, we have Ruby language, we have Perl language. Like this, we have some hundreds of computer programming languages. But why we have to go for Python? So for that, we have to understand what are the different features of Python. So we have many features of Python, but notably, we are going to discuss 12 features of Python at this stage of initial programming of Python. So what are those 12 features? It goes like this here. First one, Python is simple and easy to learn programming language. Second one, Python is freeware and open source. Third one, Python is high-level programming language. Fourth one, Python is platform independent programming language. Fifth one, Python is portable programming language. Sixth one, Python is dynamically typed language. And seventh one, Python is huge standard library programming language. So Python is interactive language. Python is procedure oriented programming as well as object oriented programming. And then Python is interpreted language. And then Python is extensible language. And then Python is GUI programming language. So GUI programming means we can develop windows, buttons, text boxes, text area, checkboxes, etc. Even that is possible with Python. So these are some notable 12 features of Python using which we can develop computer applications of any type, any use to the end customer of a computer. Right. So coming to the first feature of Python. So Python is simple and easy to learn computer programming language. Why? First one, in Python, we have few keywords, and those keywords are just 30 plus keywords. So keywords means if, break, continue, for, while, class, etc. Okay, and next, Python contains simple programming structure. So simple programming structures means, so first we write the comments, second we directly write the coding. That's it. Okay, and in Python we have easy syntaxes. Easy syntaxes means something like a equal to 10, b equal to 20, print a plus b. Okay, and in Python we have English like statements. Okay, so English like statements means whenever we are doing coding, that coding contains, that coding words, sentences contains same like English language. And in Python we have less number of lines. So in C, C++, Java, .NET, if you are writing a program in 10 lines, the same program you can write it in Python in just 5 lines. And next, Python programs are easy to read, easy to maintain. So any person who is reading a Python program, they can understand easily, read and understand easily. And if any person want to make changes in Python program, that is very simple. You can do it very easily. And Python programming or Python development provides less or reduced development cost. For example, if you develop a project in C, C++, Java, .NET for 1 year with 20 employees, in Python we can do that in 6 months with just 10 employees. So it will reduce the cost of your project development using Python. So that's why Python is simple and easy to learn computer programming language. Next, second, Python is freeware. So what is this freeware and open source? Okay, so first of all, if you want to use Python software in your system, you don't require any license. So when you don't require any license, that is what we call it as freeware or open source. And Python is completely free of cost. Okay, so Python is completely free of cost. No need to spend a single rupee or single dollar. We can use Python for both education and training as well as for development in IT companies. And next, Python source code is open. So what do you mean by source code is open? Okay, means if you want to add new features to the Python, if you want to add new syntaxes to the Python, if you want to add new library to the Python, we can customize that as per our requirement. And for this, we have one small piece of software known as Jython. So Jython is a Java based Python which was released in 1999. Okay, so in Jython we can customize Python features, Python library. So that's why it is completely freeware and open source. So this is the second feature. Next, third one, high level programming language. So basically, high level means English like statements. Okay, so if you see the Python, in Python we have print. So print indicates printing something on the output screen. Okay, printing some text, data or message on the output screen. So that is what is high level. Low level means machine level. Machine level means binary code, zeros and ones. So Python is high level English like statements programming language, and using Python we can develop end user applications. So end user applications means like notepad, calculators, office applications, etc. So that is what is high level computer programming language. And next, Python is platform independent. Okay, so here platform means OS, operating system. So in computers we have different operating systems, like we have Windows operating system, we have Linux operating system, we have Mac operating system, we have Android operating system, we have iOS operating system. So Python programs are write once, run anywhere. Okay, no need to do any changes, no need to do any settings in your operating system, in your computer system. Write once and run anywhere. So this is possible to PVM. Okay, so Python Virtual Manager is a small piece of software which comes with Python software. Okay, and PVM is capable of running Python programs on any operating system without any changes and without any settings. Right. So coming to the next feature, portable. So what do you mean by portable? So portable means something which can be taken from one place to another place and use it in any place with same performance, with same features, same output. Okay, so Python programs are portable. Okay, so they will run on any OS and also they will run on any hardware. Okay, any hardware means motherboard, RAM, processor, etc. Okay, so they will run on any processor, any board, any motherboard, any RAM. Okay, and they will provide same UI and same performance results or output. Okay, so they will give us same output with same UI and same performance, no changes. Okay, so we can take from one system to another system, which means one hardware to another hardware. So that is what is portability. Right, so next, Python is dynamically typed language. So what is dynamically typed language? So in Python, we don't require variables. Okay, so based on the value assigned, it will automatically take the data type. So that is what is dynamically typed language. So for example, let us say that we are taking a is equals to 10. So 10 is an integer. So a becomes integer data type. Now let us say that you take b is equals to 5.6. So 5.6 is a real number with decimal. So automatically b will become float data type, floating data type. So based on the value, it will take the data type automatically. So data types are not required in Python, which is very important feature of Python, which is not there in C, C++, Java and .NET. Okay, so I'll put a star mark for this. Next, second one, in Python we have support for huge standard library. Okay, so huge standard library, and this library works in different operating systems also. They will work on Windows operating system, they will work on Linux operating system, they will also work on Mac operating system. So what is library? So library means predefined functions. Okay, so library means we have predefined functions, or we can also call it as predefined modules. Okay, modules or packages. Okay, so this library, using this library, we can develop any type of application. Example, we can develop database applications, we can develop web applications, we can develop desktop applications, we can develop artificial intelligence application, we can also develop data science application. So that is what is a specialty of Python, with huge support for library, and this library works across different systems, right? And next, Python supports interactive mode. So interactive mode means direct execution. Okay, so we have to open the command prompt. Okay, example We have to open the command prompt. In the command prompts, we have to say simply py or Python. So when you say py or Python, directly it will take us to Python interactive mode. In Python interactive mode, Python interpreter is already active. Okay, it will accept our input, convert that into machine code, and Python virtual machine will run it. Okay, no need to save the program, no need to run the program. Just give the input and then run. So Python supports direct execution, direct testing, and direct debugging. Debugging means removing the errors from Python command prompt, and technically it is known as Python interactive mode. Right. So coming to the next feature, Python supports POP, OOP. So what is POP? Procedure oriented programming. So procedure oriented programming means we write everything in the form of functions, and program execution takes place from line 1 to line last line of the program. So that is procedure oriented programming. Procedure means functions. Okay, and Python also supports object oriented programming. So in object oriented programming, we do programming based on classes and objects. And the advantage of classes objects in object oriented programming is reusability. So this is both are supported in Python, procedure oriented programming as well as object oriented programming. So C language is procedure oriented programming, whereas C++, Java, .NET they are object oriented programming. So both are supported in Python. Right. Next one, Python is interpreted programming language. So what do you mean by interpretation here? Okay, so when we give Python code to the Python interactive mode, or when we run the Python code internally, there is a small piece of software known as Python interpreter. So this Python interpreter, it will convert your code into machine understandable code line by line. Okay, so line by line, and then that machine code is executed by Python virtual manager. So internally Python supports converting our user code into machine code through interpretation process, which is converting the Python code into machine code line by line. Hence it is called as interpreted programming language, and this is done dynamically when we run the program. And next, Python is extensible. Extensible means we can expand. Okay, so Python also supports other programming languages programs here, which means non-Python code. So in Python we can also use C, C++, Java, .NET, Python, other variants of Python. So that is what we call it as extensible programming language. And then Python also supports GUI programming. So GUI programming means Windows based applications, buttons, text box, text area, radio buttons, checkboxes, okay, scroll buttons, scroll bars, etc. So GUI programming is also supported by Python. So these are remaining 4 features of the Python. So basically in Python programming, we can do coding, or we can write a program in 2 ways. So Python programming in any operating system can be done in 2 ways. First one, Python interactive mode. and second one Python script mode. So what is this Python interactive mode? So coming to the Python interactive mode, so here we go to the command prompt, and in the command prompt we give Python command or py command. So when we give this command, automatically it starts with Python interactive mode, provided that Python is already installed in your system. And this Python interactive mode is represented with 3 greater than symbol. And here we can directly give our input. You will get the required output. Okay, right. So now let us try to work with this of giving directly input. It is accepted by Python interpreter, converts that into machine code, and machine code is executed by PVM to give the output to the user. So this is called as direct programming to the user with Python interactive mode. Right, so click on the start button, type CMD, right, go to your working directory, G:\srisai online training, Python, core Python programs. Right, so under programs, I'll type py or Python. Directly it will display the Python version, and then we'll get the Python interactive mode. So here I'll give 5 plus 3, 8, 5 minus 3, 2, 5 into 3, 15, 5 divided by 3, 1.66, 5 modulo 3, remainder is 2. So input accepted by Python interpreted, processed, and you will get the direct output. So this is called as direct programming to the user by Python interactive mode. Right. So next we will give some options like print functions. So single print function and multiple print function. And every print function displays the data or message in a next line. And whenever you are using single print function in a single line, delimiter semicolon is not required. Okay, so for single print function semicolon is not required. For multiple print functions semicolon is required. So let us try to work with this. Okay, come to the command prompt. So print hello, semicolon is not required. Print hi, semicolon. Print hello in single quotes, semicolon. Print welcome, semicolon is required because we are writing multiple statements in a single line. Right, now here every print statement prints the text, data or message in a new line. So that is what is the speciality of print function in Python. Next, in old style, when you are working with Python print function, we don't require circle bracket also, but this is not going to work now. You will get an error. For example, print hi, comma, hello, semicolon. Now here we are getting a syntax error. The syntax error is missing circle parenthesis in print function. Okay, and it is also giving us the suggestion here. Right guys? So do you mean print hi, hello? Yes, we mean this. Okay, so give that, you'll get the output. Hi, hello. So before 3, Python 3, okay, this is going to work. From Python 3.0, print function with circle parenthesis is compulsory. Right, now let us try to work with some variables and print arithmetic operations in Python interactive mode. Right, so for example, a is equals to 10, b is equals to 20. So print, I can say something like sum. So sum in double quotations, comma, we can write here. Oh, so I'll say Control C here. Yeah, print A plus B. A plus B in circle brackets, 30. So similarly, subtraction A minus B minus 10. Third one, product A into B, 200. Next, division A by B, 0.5, and then modulo A modulo B, which is 10. Okay, so this is called as direct programming to the user in Python interactive mode. So let us start with Python scripting mode. Okay, so basically script. So script means program, and Python programs are given with .py files. Okay, so how to work with Python programs? So we have already seen that. So for Python programming in script mode, we have to write and save the program, and then we have to pass the command Python followed by Python file name. So our file is accepted by Python interpreter. It is converted into the machine code, and PVM, Python Virtual Manager, will run it to give the required output. So here py script means Python file name, and then extension is .py. So here also, whenever you are working with Python script files, we should make sure that Python path is set in operating system environment variables. Okay, so make sure that Python interpreter or Python path is set in Python. Okay, so Python path variables of operating system. So in OS environment variables, okay, path should be set. So we have already set this path in our operating system environment variables to Python 39 3.9 and Python 3.9 scripts folder. When we are installing in the first screen only, then only Python will work for us. So let us write a small Python script file using new line character, which will take the cursor to the next line, and tab space characters. So program to display welcome message in center of a line, and we are going to take the program name as sample2.py. Right, so come to the new page, take a new page in our program or in our notepad. So first we'll write the comments using hash. So whatever we write in comments, it is not displayed on the output screen. So I want to display the message in the center of the line. So print, I'll say hello students, semicolon. So save this program in your working directory. So our working directory is G:\srisai online training, Python, core Python, and then programs. So here we'll save it as sample2.py. Right, so come to the command prompt, and then so exit. So when we say exit function, it will come out of the Python interactive mode, or we can also use Control Z. Right, so anyhow, CLS, clear the screen. So py sample2.py. So we got hello students on the left side of the screen. I want to move it to the right side of the screen. So for this, I'm going to use tab space. So 1 tab space is equals to 8 characters. So 8 spaces, space characters. 8, 8, 8. So total will get 8 3s are 24 spaces. So simply run it. So you'll get almost all in the center of the screen based on your number of tab spaces. Right, so after this we'll take one more message also. Print welcome to Python, semicolon. So semicolon is not compulsory if you're writing a single statement in a single line. Right, so save it. Next, simply run it. Done. So we got welcome to Python on the left side of the screen. So how to move to the middle? So for this we are going to use 1, 2, 3. So 3 tab spaces means 8 3s are 24 spaces. Save it and run it. So welcome to Python in the middle of the screen. So I want to print one more message here. Print 1, 2, 3. 3 tab spaces. All the best, semicolon. Save it and run. So we'll get hello students, welcome to Python, all the best in the middle of the screen. So we have managed this through tab spaces. Now at the end of all the messages I'll give a new line. Okay, I'll give a new line. So basically print function prints every data, text, message in a new line, but we are giving one extra new line. So save it, compile. Okay, just run. We'll get an empty new line, one extra new line after hello students, after welcome to Python, after all the best. So this is how we are supposed to work with new line character, which is used to take the cursor to the next line while displaying text or data using print function. Tab space character, it will take 8 spaces while displaying some text or data using print function. So this is what is programmed to print welcome message in the center of a line using new line character and tab space character. Right, so finally one important point here. So how to come out of the Python prompt or Python interactive mode. So the shortcut is Control Z. We have to press Control Z or exit function. So this will come out of Python interactive mode to command prompts. Right. And then finally some technical points. So Python supports object-oriented programming, procedure-oriented programming, and structured-oriented programming. So Python can be used as scripting language, means we can write Python programs, save it in .py files and run it. So Python programs can be compiled to bytecode. So what is this bytecode? We'll discuss later for other big applications. So Python supports high-level language, dynamic data types, and dynamic type checking. So what is this dynamic type checking? We have a separate chapter. And Python also supports garbage collection. This also we'll discuss later. And Python can be integrated with C, C++, COM, ActiveX, Corba, Java, etc. with different programming languages. So that is what is all about today's topics in core Python programming, features of Python programming, and different ways of Python programming in Windows operating system. Right. So thank you guys for watching and listening to this session. Have a nice day.